All right, we know what an issue it is to try and get a smart ID and a passport at the best of times from Home Affairs just because of the queues. It's just one of those things in South Africa. Now we throw into the fact that there was a major power failure at one of the big branches, the back office, we're told, of Home Affairs. That was back on Tuesday, causing untold chaos, especially for those who were queuing. Now we understand that everything is back up and running as per normal. Let's bring into the conversation Home Affairs Director General Thulani Mavuso joining us this morning. Thulani, good to have you on eNCA. Appreciate the time. So are we, as of this morning, up and running as per normal?
Well, good morning, Gareth, and good morning to the viewers. Indeed, what happened, Gareth, is that a day before yesterday, which was on Tuesday, there was a power failure. And then when the power came back, what it did is that it affected the UPS, which is our uninterrupted power supply. Remember, our infrastructure, which is obvious, the servers that actually we utilize in the database called Harness, are protected by the UPS, so that when the municipal power comes back, it must actually hit on the UPS so that UPS gets, so that our servers get power from the UPS, so they get clean energy. So in that regard is that there was power surge because the power that came back was much more stronger, and that caused the what called UPS to bend. So that's what caused the failure. Remember, the national database that I'm talking about is the one that feeds of all the offices in the country. In other words, when an official do a transaction at the office, then they hit the back office in order to verify whether those biometrics that they are collecting are yours in this regard. So that's basically what happened in this regard. But then we fixed the matter overnight because it actually banned one of the switches. So we fixed that overnight. So as of yesterday morning, we're back online. I think it's just to indicate that with these power outages, you do have a situation where your hardware infrastructure gets affected precisely because of power-related issues. Even though we've got generators and backup power, but as I said, if they get banned by the electricity that comes back because of power surge, it's something that I think was unforeseen in this regard.
Thulani, forgive me as well. Of course, your title, Deputy Director General. Forgive me, I didn't accidentally give you a promotion without your boss knowing. Deputy Director General, Thulani. So how do we stop this happening again? Because we've been hearing from Eskom that we're going to have about 49 weeks, 49 weeks of blackouts in 2023. How do you now future-proof Home Affairs? I know you spoke about UPS's uninterruptible power supplies, cleaner power as well. What does the plan look like to avoid this happening in future?
Look, remember, power surge, you cannot protect it. We have the UPS, but let's take for an example, if when the power is off and when it comes back, because, you know, we've seen that with the infrastructure vandalism, people sometimes steal equipment. By the time Eskom or municipality switch back the electricity, it comes back more stronger. The voltage is higher, then it bends your equipment. So it's something really that can be prevented if the infrastructure is actually not vandalized. Because in this regard, we do suspect that there was infrastructure vandalism. That's why the voltage was higher than normal. So the UPSs could not therefore withstand the volts that came in, hence it got bent. It's a problem that the country is facing when it comes to critical infrastructure vandalism that must really be dealt with in terms of the law enforcement. But also I think we do believe that really South Africans need to be very responsible and protect the infrastructure that is quite critical. There was another point that you raised around obviously struggling to get a passport because of this outage and the fact that there's queues. You know, we have seen actually the reduction in the issues of queues for smart cards and passport, because what we have done, the booking system that we have introduced is quite successful. Between June and now, over 150,000 people have been utilizing the booking system. In other words, coming to our office at a time in which they've been allocated for those two products in particular, which is smart card and passport. So we encourage South Africans actually to take the opportunity to utilize that booking system.
Okay, well, so at least the booking system, no real issues there, but it looks like the power issues we had a couple of days ago as far as Home Affairs are concerned is over. A surge is what caused the problem. And welcome to the world of doing business in South Africa. Blackouts, whether it's stage 4, stage 2, stage 3, it's going to inconvenience you no matter what. Thulani, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Thulani Mavuso, Deputy Director General of Home Affairs.